Now you round here giving bad boy a whole promotion night. Where the hell is Dr. Dre night? Where the hell is Tupac night? Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share the Facebook, subscribe, and visit uptopbeauty.com for these more shades. And if you are not already a part of this book club, please hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube. And for a small monthly fee of $5, you babies, yes, you can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, we finna read this book by Mr. Mark Curry. I done already reached out to him in the DM. He like, I'm trying to sell more books. Okay, y'all. I don't give a fuck if you don't go over there to the Amazon and buy the Kindle for $3.99. Go on over there to Amazon and support that man, please, Mr. Mark Curry. Because he'll probably be over here down in the comments. You know? Now, let's begin Dancing with the Devil by Mark Curry. It's a funny thing, fame. One day you're on top of the world, sipping Cristal while composing a song aboard a private jet bound for Jamaica. A year or two later, you're drinking Mad Dog 2020 and flipping burgers in Hell's Kitchen. He goes on to explain his affiliation with the industry. He says that he's been in $1 million videos and rubbed elbows with people like David Bowie. Ooh, that's my nigga. Jimmy Page, Snoop Dogg, and Busta Rhymes. He goes on to talk about how he could be in the mall, the food court, standing in the line of the Foot Locker, and a young person will say to him, "Oh my God, I know you. I know you," and then begin to ask him questions in regards to his past. I'm kind of shocked that he didn't mention how someone would say, "What happened to you? How'd you fall off? Man, you was that ninja back then. What happened?" Because that always comes. They wanted to know about the real Sean John Combs, the man formerly known as Puffy, then Puff Daddy, then P. Diddy, and then Diddy. Now, what's his name now? Brotherly Love or Love, something like that? Yeah, right. I don't care how many times you change your name, Thick Thighs Diddy. Your thighs still thick. You still ain't got no chin, but you're tricking them. Okay? These people forgot that you ain't got no chin. You wearing the beard. And oh my God, did y'all see him recently? And he didn't have that Beijing in his beard. Oh my God, I forgot about that. Diddy was my age, his old age. I first met Puff in early 1995 when he was Puff Daddy, a Harlem record producer who was largely unknown outside of music circles. That April, one of the hottest new nightclubs in Atlanta opened on West Peachtree in Midtown. Although owned on paper by Barbara Cook, Platinum House was run by two of my buddies, Chris and V. Barbara was the widow of Sam Cooke. V married Barbara's granddaughter, Nicole Alexander, in 1994. Atlanta has always been the spot. It's just that up north, we didn't know it. You know, a lot of the celebrities used Atlanta as a safe haven. They still do, because Atlanta, I'm telling you, is like the only place I know where a celebrity can walk around freely. But then in Atlanta, everybody is a celebrity in their mind. I mean, everybody. They opened this club And what they do sometimes in clubs, in order to generate a buzz, they have particular nights: reggae night, college night, old school night. And at this club, Friday nights was bad boy night. The parties were managed by Anthony Wolf Jones, a longtime friend and personal bodyguard for Puff. Puff and his entourage attended many of the Bad Boy Fridays. Sometimes the whole Bad Boy roster showed up. I didn't pay Puff too much attention at the time because he wasn't really a celebrity in those days. Now, his job at the club was to check the IDs. He said it wasn't what I anticipated my job to be at the club, but hell, you gotta start somewhere. Shasta La Vista. And let me say this about Mark Curry. So far, he's keeping himself pretty clean. Like, Mr. Mark Curry, if you don't start talking about some of these wild boy nights that you're included in, I'm gonna have to DM you and tell you, what the hell is this? What is this, Mr. Mark Curry? We need to know that you was getting busy with them. As of right now, he's a good, wholesome man. All right, but we'll see later. We hosted a couple of parties for Bobby Brown, the former lead singer of New Edition. And Mark Curry, you got a lot of tea in this book, but I'm going to need you to get this shit right. Okay, me being a New Edition fan, you ought to know better than this. He is one of the lead singers of the New Edition, because you know they had three: Ralph, Ricky, Bobby. Okay? Don't say the lead singer. One of. All right? I ain't gonna hold that against you, but that is true. After a few years, I noticed that Bobby often arrived with a dude named Eddie, whom I knew from way back. Eddie lived in College Park then and was a well-known drug dealer. He sold death by the capsule, by the bag, by the puff, and any other way you want to take drugs. So the minute I saw Eddie with Bobby and noticed how out of it Bobby looked, I understood better why he had become an old addition. And then let me tell you something else that I believe is the downfall of everybody, not just celebrities. Because now, as a 50-something-year-old woman, I'm realizing that now all I'm doing is just trying to understand the mistakes that I made in the first half of my life. Okay? Because I done fucked up a lot. And I done seen a lot of effed up stuff. But what he said about Bobby Brown was that Bobby Brown, although he's not rolling in the dough, he still had an entourage around him. And he mentioned, meaning Mark Curry, that Whitney Houston had been stopped footing the bill for Bobby Brown. But he still got all these people hanging on to him, surrounding him, basically trying to leech off of his celebrity, because he ain't got no money. In the early fall, Platinum House hosted an after party during a big birthday bash weekend for Atlanta-based record mogul Jermaine Dupri. Celebrities came from all across the country, and Suge Knight of Death Row Records blew into town with his posse, including his longtime friend and bodyguard, Jai Hassan Jamal Robies, known in the streets as Big Jake. Suge and Jake had been friends for ages, and the fact that Jake had just gotten out of prison 2 days earlier gave the celebration a double meaning for them. Thick Thighs Diddy was there as usual with his crew, among them Jason Brown and Wolf, his childhood friends. Wolf was Puff's full-time bodyguard. Do we know anything about this dude, Wolf? I've never heard of him before. Do we know this ninja? Yeah, Lou, do we know him? What what is it? I don't know him, but if y'all heard of him before, let me know. And I'm telling you, in 2009, I definitely didn't know that Atlanta was the spot. But according to Mr. Mark Curry, it was the spot for a lot of people, okay? Now, because it's a special night, Suge Knight and his friend is in town, you got the Crips and the Bloods there in Atlanta. Getting busy. I'm right there in DC, and we don't do that gang shit there. Not then, maybe later on, but we didn't do that gang shit there. I mean, in Maryland, they did like, what is that? The MS-13. But then I can't say that because you cannot make DC call themselves gangs. They'll say they crew, or they from here, or they from there. You know, but they won't call themselves a gang. I mean, because it's either 640, R Street, KDY, Valley Green. It's like the set. You'll claim your set where you from or where you hustle at, but you cannot get DC to call it a gang, okay? And it was strange for us to meet someone in DC that said, oh, I'm a Crip or Blood. We wouldn't take them seriously. Because in our mind, gangs were a West Coast thing. So to find a person that was on the East Coast, especially in DC, saying that they're a part of a gang was just unbelievable. And we didn't take it for serious. But Mark Curry is explaining that you have some people or some members of gangs that were in Atlanta, living, producing. What? Now, you know what we do have there, BGF, Black Guerrilla Family. I think they're most known in prison, okay? But as far as the Bloods and the Crips, I wouldn't know. But anyway, what he was saying was that a lot of Bloods and Crips were migrating to Atlanta, okay? And that night, they went down there to, the Platinum House to have some fun because you got Suge Knight there and P. Diddy there. A month before the party, Suge insulted Puff in front of thousands of celebrities inside Madison Square Garden's Paramount Theater at the Source Magazine's second annual Hip Hop Music Awards. Puff has an annoying habit of inserting himself into the songs and videos of all the artists on his label. And it was common knowledge that many bad boy acts resented him for this. Baby, the way that Mark Curry, thank you, Mr. Mark Curry, the way that he broke this down, I'm telling you, baby, I'm telling you, if this ninja ain't the Berry Gordy did things the same way, except for inserting himself into the music, maybe the movies, maybe he will put himself into the movies, but the music and the videos, no ma'am. Think about this. This is how he broke it down. Respect Mark Curry. As long as he was saying, Puff Daddy, Diddy, take that, even if it was just a small nuance in the song, the artist had to pay Diddy for his contribution to the record. The music video, one of his cars, for his contribution in a song. Bitch, you gonna pay me. And I'm going to get paid forever. Some people would consider that genius. I'm sure the artist thought of it as predatory. Because in my mind at the time, while I'm enjoying the moment, and I'm just giving accolades to the man who helped put me on. No, you don't even know that this is actually a plan to stay paid off of you. Remember this. We'll never forget this. Shout out to Benzino for creating it all. Okay, shout out to you, Benny. Suge got on stage and he said, if you don't want a ninja singing on your song and dancing and pop locking in your videos, come over to Death Row Records. When I tell you the world was taken aback. Oh! Oh! So anyway, you got all these ninjas ready for action in the audience. And the dude, Ed Lover, remember him? He's an old man now. I don't know if he putting Beijing in his beard. I don't know. Like the P. Diddy. But he runs to the mic. Hey now. Don't y'all act ninjas in this spot. We know that when you go to the Grammys, this type of shit don't happen. Now it does. In the Oscars, at the Oscars. Okay, Will Smith, it will be a black man. Will smack another black man at the Oscars. Okay, this is magnanimous. Okay, we don't know if it's a publicity stunt. I still don't know. They'll do anything to sell albums now. Hence, Cardi B breaking up with Offset again around the time that he got a new album coming out. I love you, Cardi B, but I don't know if it's bullshit. Okay, because you can't trust nothing nowadays. Anyway, as bad boys gathered in one corner at Platinum House, Nicole and Wolf chatted by the downstairs bar. Nicole was raised among black music royalty. So she's not the type of woman who will tolerate being disrespected. In addition to being Sam Cooke's granddaughter, she is the stepdaughter of famed Motown singer Mary Wells. When Mary Wells was down and out and living in South Central, one of the neighborhoods she lived in was controlled by Bloods. And one of the Bloods that Nicole knew personally was none other than Suge Knight. Wolf kept his cool as Suge and Jake approached Nicole. Suge stood to Nicole's right while Jake stood on Wolf's left. Wolf refused to acknowledge either of them. So you out here sucking all these East Coast ninjas D's, doing all these bad boys Fridays, huh? Ooh, Suge, you mad? Suge is mad. How dare you, bitch? When I was over there helping your stepmammy get high in South Central, now you round here giving bad boy a whole promotion night. Where the hell is Snoop Dogg night? Where the hell is Dr. Dre night? Where the hell is Tupac night? He just jealous. Suge just jealous. He got a jealous nature. Why y'all disrespecting my house like this, Suge? We don't come out to MOB, Suge's nightclub in Las Vegas, doing this to y'all. You calling me a Crip and my wife a traitor? As Suge and Jake walked out of the club to get into a limo that was parked out front, Puff arrived by limousine, Wolf on his cell phone trying to call Puff to warn him that there was trouble at the club and that he should stay away. Yeah, because that Suge don't know how to control himself. You know how I'm always talking about people who have poor self-control and who don't have control over their emotions? They're the most dangerous mother hunchies. Nigga, get hold of yourself. Shit, instead of Suge being you out here sucking all these East Coast D's, why you ain't just go to the lady and be like, hey, what's up, Sam Cooke's grandbaby? Listen, you know I got your stepmammy well protected out there in South Central. You need to give us a night too. Can you do that? It's enough Crips and Bloods down here to make it happen. Now me, I probably would be like, as long as you tell them motherfuckers how to act when they get here, okay? Because I don't need none of that drama in my club. I'm trying to keep it copacetic here, Suge. And you know you got poor self-control. People die around you, Suge. People don't be dying like that around bad boy. They clean cut, they bad boy. You, on the other hand, you got a couple of murders, okay? But that's all he had to say. The dude, Wolf, is on the phone like, nigga, don't do it. Don't come here. It's drama here. And Suge, you know he got poor self-control. As Suge and Jake walked out the club to get into the limo that was parked out front, Puff arrived by limousine. Wolf was on his cell phone trying to call Puff to warn him that there was trouble at the club and that he should stay away. We're not going in there, Wolf yelled over the growling noise and sporadic fighting among the factions. F it. We're out of here. But before Wolf could make his way to the limousine to talk to Puff, Jason whipped out his pistol and pumped a piece of lead into Jake's 300-pound frame. The bullet hit him in the stomach. Jake pressed his left arm against his stomach, turned around, and dived into the limo. But Jason got off 2 more rounds before the car door closed. Both shots struck Jake in his buttocks. While Jason was shooting, he was staring at Suge like he was saying, "Nigga, you know this should have been you." Puff emerged from the limo and approached Suge. "What? Why? Why? You don't hear that shooting, you crazy motherfucker? Why, Puffy? They shooting, pow, pow, pow. You don't get up and walk over to somebody and say hello. You get down, nigga. That's what you do. You get down." I hate a stupid MFer. Is everything all right, man? Are you crazy? You stepping out the limousine, crazy Puffy. You hear pow, 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 pow. And just in case you unsure, pow, here's one to grow on. And you go to a ninja that is not your friend and ask, "Is everything all right?" Anyway, that right there screams some bullshit to me. As Puff moved closer to Suge, who had nothing to lose but his life, Suge quickly grabbed Puff in a chokehold and used him for a shield as he backed into the doorway of the club. Okay, y'all.